What's going on, folks? I thought I would come at you with another 5 things again today. So, today's 5 things are 5 sort of weird things, in my opinion, that Germans sometimes say and sort of annoy me. What's that? Who am I? You must be new here. Welcome. Well, I'm just some American who's lived in Germany since 2001, and I rant and babble about that and other things here on my channel. I'm glad you could join us. The same goes for my returning viewers, subscribers, and most definitely my members. Shout out to people who have clicked the join button. I appreciate everybody's support. Anyway, these 5 things I picked out today. Well, 1 and 2 are sort of silly, I admit, but hear me out. Humor me. Play along. 3 and 4, to be honest with you, really sort of bug me, but I am open to hearing your opinions in the comments as usual. Maybe I'm misunderstanding something. Maybe in the case of number 4, I'm just old and out of touch. I mean, number 4 is slang. And if you're into slang, make sure you watch to the end because I think it's somewhere around number 4. I tell you about some American slang from my area maybe a lot of you never heard of before. Slang is funny sometimes. So with all that said, let's get into these 5 weird things that Germans say that sort of annoy me. Number 1, VIP. That's right, I said VIP. If you've been watching some of my videos, you know that I did some time as a roadie. Primarily I was a merch girl, selling t-shirts, but I was known to conquer other responsibilities like assistant and security. And it was because of that job that I realized the Germans have an interesting way of pronouncing this abbreviation. Did you catch that word, Germany? Abbreviation? I think translated it's Abkürzung. You see, working at concerts and such, I had moments in the beginning where I was really confused when a German would come up to me and ask me how they could get a VIP pass because they wanted to get into the VIP area. And I'd be like, what? Where? And they'd be like, I want a VIP pass. Ich möchte in the VIP-Bereich gehen. Listen, Germans, I love you, okay? But VIP is not a thing, it's not a word. VIP stands for, I believe, very important person, but it is not one word, it is in fact 3. So I think we should today practice it together. Say it with me. VIP. Hey, I see you not doing it. Do it once, just come on. VIP, not VIP. Please, knock it off, this drives me crazy. Number 2, UFO. Well, if you're German and you made it through number 1, then I think you see where this is going. Because much like number 1, the Germans just decided to throw all grammatical rules right out the window. And every time I hear a German say UFO, it really sort of annoys me. Es ist eine Abkürzung. Abbreviation. Say it with me. UFO. They're good. I feel like you really tried that time, Germany. I appreciate you playing along with me. Side note, one day soon I am going to have a video put out where I share with you the story of the time I really saw a UFO. Stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell to get notification of when that video is uploaded. Number 3. Indianer. After some years in Germany, I expect kind of ignorant talk like this from Germans, for example, that like to wear shirts that look like this. You know I'm right. But just the other day, I was watching a documentary here on YouTube, a German documentary, and they use the word Indianer like it's normal. Come on, Germany! You are not stupid. It's 2021. And we all know that those folks that faced genocide from white colonizers are in fact not from India. And the same idiots that started calling them that are the same idiots that oppressed them, killed them, stole from them. Stop talking like an idiot. Stop saying this word. Indigenous, First Nations use their actual chosen tribal names. I'm just saying, out of all the things on this list, this one irks me the most. Knock it off, Germany. I expect more from you. Number 4. Digger. Ayo Digga, was geht up? Alright, listen. I admit I'm old, I'm out of touch, I've never been necessarily the definition of cool or up to date on current pop culture. So maybe this is just a case of me being, I don't know, like I said, out of touch with pop culture, or maybe I'm just possibly a little too sensitive to passive racism. And you're welcome to clarify or disagree with me in the comments. I'm open to learning and hearing other people's opinions. And if I may boast, my viewers do in fact often leave me very informative comments, which I do often learn from. So keep that stuff up. But I gotta say, I didn't hear this word when I first moved to Germany back in 2001. I don't remember hearing it at all. Could be wrong, but I feel like I started hearing it in society, mostly among the young German culture, strongly represented often in German hip-hop. Oh. Excuse me, anytime I talk about German hip-hop, it makes me feel a little... What I'm saying is, I feel like I just started hearing this slang word, if you will, within the last 5 years. Anyway, if you don't speak German and you ask around about this like I did, they'll explain to you that it's just like, hey buddy, it's just like a slang word you use for your friends. Sounds cool. And I'm just saying, I find it to be slightly cringy. I cringe a little almost every time I hear it used. And I don't think it sounds cool, but maybe that's just me. I feel like there's another intention, background behind it, if you will. I mean, unless it actually has something to do with actual digging, with a shovel. One time in Pennsylvania, back in the day, I had a friend that referred to me as a digger. What he meant with this strange Pennsyltucky slang was that I was a loyal friend, if you will. The kind that would, metaphorically speaking, of course, help you bury the body. Good friend. One you can trust. Slang is funny, isn't it? But you see, you all know, if you've been watching my videos, that I'm curious and I talk to people, and I've never had a German use it to what I thought it was that way. Or explain to me that was what was meant in the use of this word, Digga. So I guess what I'm saying, me personally, when I hear it, when it's used in the context of Ayo Digga, or how it is often used in German hip hop culture. Oh, that one tasted like fakeness and mocking. Excuse me. Alright, I guess what I'm saying, I'm just gonna come out and say it. To me personally, over here in Germany, it feels like a bunch of white folks found a privileged little loophole to use a word they perceive as cool, but no, they shouldn't be using, so they change it slightly. Yeah, and if you've been watching my videos, you know I'm definitely not a fan of the N-word. But again, this Digga stuff is really popular here in Germany, so I expect to maybe get some hate from this. I don't care. I'm allowed my opinions. My opinion is it's cringy and you should knock it off. Number 5. PowerFrau. This one has been said to me a lot in my time here in Germany. From German friends, to customers, employers, and doctors. Du bist doch ein PowerFrau, Frau Armstrong. Now I want to be clear. Every time this was said to me, I understood it was intended as a compliment, and I graciously accepted and thanked the person for this. Dankeschön. But I've been in Germany now for 20 years, and I hear it so much. And I've stated before, I tend to overthink silly little things. And if I'm honest, it feels kind of corny now. Corny, like a dad joke, You're a PowerFrau. When I think about the times that somebody called me a PowerFrau, like for example, almost every EKG I ever got, doctors tend to be impressed and ask me if I'm a sportler, if I do sports. And like I've heard it in relation to jobs, and I am a hard worker that often goes physically hard on myself. And like I've heard it from customers when they've watched me handle multiple responsibilities at once. So all of these things in mind, as a foreigner learning a second language, every time I heard it, in the beginning there were definitely moments where I thought, when they say or call me a PowerFrau, I think what they might be calling a PowerFrau is just simply spotting my attention deficit and hyperactivity disorder. But seriously, like, then my overthinking mind goes to, if I'm a PowerFrau, what's the opposite? Eine weiche Mädchen, maybe? But I've never heard any Germans say that. And like, if I was a PowerFrau, when I had the ability to do lots of things really fast or go above and beyond, perhaps even in my strength, then what am I now with my disabilities? I'm not as fast and as strong anymore. Do I lose the PowerFrau status? Now, in all seriousness, this one doesn't really annoy me so much in a like annoy me and make me angry and bothered kind of a way. Just being honest with you, like after when I've been called something like so much, it's corny now. It's just, I don't know, it's losing its power or something. Don't get me wrong. I always graciously thank somebody when they call me that. But honestly, deep down inside, it makes me a little self-conscious because, as I stated, kind of slipped in there, I am hyperactive, attention deficit, and I think people that have those kind of things are a little self-conscious about it. I try not to show those weird thoughts going through my head. I just say Danke. I don't know. I think every woman is a PowerFrau. Oh, what's that? Some of you guys disagree with me? Well, let me see you try bleeding for 4 to 7 days without dying, and then, just for the fun of it, go pull a watermelon out of your nose. That said, I've never heard the Germans say Power Mann. Interesting. Languages and slang can be really funny sometimes. And I do thank you all for joining me today and listening to my bitter rambling. I do hope I didn't offend any of you, and I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts in the comments. I will be coming at you soon with another video, but you know, until we meet again, I really do hope that you are out there taking care of yourself. UFO!